Hello, so I'm just getting set up. Just give me a moment. So Philip C, I have tried one. I think I tried Winulator once on my Pocket Air, and I got Stardew Valley working. I managed to get that one working, but it was really like wasn't easy. It wasn't straightforward. Okay, just gonna move these cables around. Testing levels. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, we just went maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, just for people to arrive. Just going to sit in the chat for a moment. Afternoon. Good afternoon, EAN32. Okay. EAN, have you received your Odin2 or you ordered it? That's the big question, eh? This one. If I put these two, if I put performance aside, which one do I like? I like the Pocket Air. Okay, let's get started. Obviously, the performance is way better though on the Odin2. But the Pocket Air is no slouch. How was the delivery? Oh, you're about fast. Delivery process for me was relatively simple because I'm close to where AYN are. so there's no problems for me. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to turn the volume down a little bit. So as you can see from the title of this stream, we're going to try PlayStation Vita games today. So it's probably it might not be so popular with this stream because the PS Vita itself, you know, wasn't the most popular device in the world, and probably people are not that interested, I guess. But do remember that the PS Vita had some cool PS3 ports, like this one we've got on now, Dragon's Crown. So on Dragon's Crown, it's working pretty well actually. I think this was one of the easier games to get working on my Pocket Air. So I'm gonna showcase this one a little bit. I'm running at 4x resolution on Vita 3K. So let's start the stream with a bit of gameplay first, and then you know, rather than going through the settings, which can be a little bit boring sometimes, but let's just start straight away with some gameplay and get the stream going. So Dragon's Crown, I did have this game on my PS Vita, but I never played. I played a little bit of it, but it kind of got a bit boring for me, to be honest. Maybe I didn't know what I was doing. I'm gonna choose the dwarf. Hopefully this works. Okay, so I got my dwarf Griffith. Actually, there is something that I should have done. I should have got my PS Vita. Okay. Yeah, so let's continue with Dragon's Crown. What is the RAM usage like on PS Vita? Okay, so if you want, right, I can put a RAM usage bar on the side. But what I didn't like it because it was kind of in the way. So what I could do is I could just bring up this. So I saw that the RAM usage is right now it's 63%. I've seen it in some Vita games go up to 80%, and the game still works fine. So I think that Vita 3K on my first test might be completely fine on with this with the base. That's not to say we won't get any crashes though, because you know it's still quite experimental, the Vita emulation. Okay, so how do I do this? Oh, my buttons are all okay. I'll have to deal with that, but some of the buttons, it looks like they're a bit misconfigured. Okay, there's some guys here. Yeah, I think that maybe Vita 3K they did the RAM allocation properly or something. Or maybe it just doesn't use as much RAM. Okay, wow, looking at the real Vita, kind of the screen looks a bit dark these days. It doesn't get as bright as these guys. Where's my Dragon's Crown? Just give me a second. Oh, here it is. So the Vita looks tiny, doesn't it? let's put it here. The Vita kind of looks tiny these days. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's get back to this. To grab an enemy, press the press this button here. Okay. Oh, am I pressing the wrong button? Oh, okay. What game is this? This is Dragon's Crown. So this game also came out on the PS3, and I believe that this is a perfect port of the game. Press circle for a power smash. Okay. Okay. Yeah, for me this game got a little bit boring, but it was I didn't play it that much actually, but on the Vita, but it was quite a good. It looks very good. The graphics are really good. Eat the apple. Where's my apple? Oh, I ate it. Okay. Yeah, it probably will fit in a laptop pocket. So EAN32. I'd say that this game is one of the more impressive ones, because of how well it runs. So don't expect that every game is going to be like this on Vita 3K. I'm just opening with a banger, as they say. Yeah, we're probably all downhill from here. Yeah, so the emulator supports the touchscreen. As you can see there, I directed this my companion to pick up that chest, to unlock that chest. I'm just going to kill this tutorial orc. So yeah, this is the tutorial, obviously, so it's a bit easy. Tutorial orc, yeah. Well, he didn't even cause any damage, so... yeah. Okay, so we got onto the first town. Let's get out of here. So is the screen a bit too bright for you? Because I noticed in the last stream it was a little bit like it might have been blowing out the camera, but if it's okay, then let me know. So yeah, this game works really well on Vita 3K. Yeah, looks great as well. The graphics are amazing. I forgot where I meant to go now. I was meant to go to the church or something, wasn't I? Oh, sorry, Adventurers Guild. Yeah. Okay, so I was right there. Dragon's Crown is the name of the game.
Your travels thus far have left your equipment positively thrashed. The Guildmaster directs you to Morgan's magic item shop. The magician is even able to repair.
Constant Kid 1, welcome. Welcome to the emulation community. You've made a good choice, I think. If it's your first device, you're going to be able to play a lot of games on it. It's going to be. Oh, sorry, I don't need that guy. Does Gravity Rush work in Vita 3K? Do you know? Guess what? That's one of the games that I will check today. Spoilers, it's not great, but we'll find out later in the stream. So you can... Oh, I need to pick up my sword again, actually. I think you can mess that lady up and make her drop the jar on her head. But I'm not going to do that. Killzone, yes. There was a Killzone game on Vita. It was very good. I think it's Killzone... Not Liberation, Killzone something. Oh, did he not? Okay. Okay, I need to find Roland in the ancient temple.
To prove your mettle for the Guildmaster, you head to the ancient temple ruins to assist the warrior, Roland.
Oops, I just bashed my thief companion. Okay, there we go. I was trying to find the dash button.
A magic gate was recently found in the ruins on the outskirts of town. Use that to reach your destination.
Okay, let's check the memory. So the memory here is saying 68%. Oh, I got slashed. I might be able to get to the boss on this first level, and then we'll see. We'll see how far I get, and then maybe we'll switch to game. Oh, there's Roland with his with his 10-pack.
must help him.
Okay, EAN32, how clacky? So, in my experience, the Odin is not clacky at all. The buttons are more clacky, but the D-pad is fine. With the Pocket Air, actually, it is a little bit clacky, I'd say. But this one, the buttons are okay, and the D-pad is pretty silent. The L and R buttons are more like switches, like micro switches, mouse switches, or Xbox controller ones. And then the triggers, I think they're probably the most loudest part of it. So the triggers are a little bit clacky. So triggers, buttons, and then D-pad in that order, from loudest to quietest. I'll just bring the volume back up to the game. Oh, that bloody snake got me. Oh Jesus, that's horrible, that snake. That spider. Oh, there's loads of them. Oh, watch out for these traps on the floor. Oh, I lost me axe. Oh, I mean hammer. I mean. You can pick up bones. Why do I want to pick up bones? Oh, these fish people. Okay, so we got some FPS drops finally. It's when the water effects are kicking in. Yeah, so this bit is a bit hard. Whoa. There you are. Lost my weapon. Oh man. Oh. Ah, you can throw those boulders at him. Oh, I almost killed him. I got him. Yes, this is at 4x. It's at 4x resolution and it's at 16 times filtering. So we'll go through the settings in a moment. Okay, so that is the first little taste of Dragon's Crown. So what you do is you usually, you head into town, you take some missions on, and then you head into the dungeons, beat some bosses, come back with some loot. That's basically the gameplay loop in Dragon's Crown. I think in Vita 3K runs quite well. Probably could knock it down maybe to 3x just to clean up these little bit of little FPS drops. But apart from that, I think this is one of the best running games on Vita 3K if you want to try it out on PS Vita. How long did it take me to receive my device? It took me 1 day to receive it because I live close to AYN. Okay, so let's go through the actual setup or what I've done to get Vita 3K working on the Odin2. It's pretty straightforward. There's no scary... it's not as scary as the Switch, I'd say. It's a bit more straightforward, a bit more simpler. But there are some weird things which I need to talk about actually on the Odin2. So let's just quit out of this game. So this game is Dragon's Crown, remember? It's pretty good. So you just press the back button and then you'll get this fake Vita Vita live area, which they called it. So on the real Vita, this was all like... let's bring this up. Whoa. This was like a animated... I'm not sure if you can see that well on the camera, but yeah, this was like the old school Vita live... Well, holding a Vita is like really weird now because it's really small compared to the Odin2. Anyway, this is called the live area, and in the emulator you have this like fake version of the live area for your games. And that's how you would get back into the game, etc. Sometimes this crashes, so it's not super stable, I'd say. So to quit out of the game on the normal Vita, what you would do is there's this little tab here, and what you'd do is you'd sort of brush it away, and it's got this nice animation. But on here, all we have is a escape button. So just gonna press that to quit out of Dragon's Crown. And then it gives you this lock screen. So this is the this is the Vita lock screen, the original one. Right, you might notice that there's a bit cut off on the bottom. So this is one of the problems with Vita 3K, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. But we'll talk about the setup first. So let's go into the Vita 3K menus. Right, so in Vita 3K, I don't really like the menus at all. I think they haven't worked on the Android version much. So you've got this like Windows, you've got this like Windows menu bar, and it's a bit hard to use, to be honest, because it's a bit fiddly, because you have to be quite accurate with your touches. The main things you want to do here when you get to this point is in the configuration. Installing the actual emulator is just a case of getting the APK and then following the instructions. So during the install, you'll be asked to provide some firmware, provide some font files, but they give you some links to just download that quite easily. So there's a link right next to the box that lets you load the firmware files in. So it's quite easy actually to get going on to get to this point anyway, to get to the home screen. When you do get to the home screen, on the first thing that you should probably look at is the settings. You've got this settings like little menu, and it's not the best one in the world because, as I said, it's a bit fiddly to press these buttons. You don't need to do anything in the first two menus. You can see here like it moves around as well. So in the core and the GPU menus, just make sure you can see it. Yeah, so the core and GPU menus, core and CPU menus, sorry, you don't need to do anything. On the GPU menu, this is where most of the settings we're going to tweak are for the Odin2. So straight away you can see that we've got a renderer setting to switch between OpenGL and Vulkan. You've got the GPU driver. So this Vita 3K, it supports turnip drivers or proprietary Qualcomm drivers. So you can load your custom turnip driver from GitHub in here. And I'm using the latest turnip driver, which is on the GitHub. If you need that link to get the driver, I can put it below. Render accuracy is a setting for from Vita 3K. You've got a setting between standard and high. Generally, standard is fine, but then if sometimes you might see some graphical issues, you can switch to high. Screen filter is the anti-aliasing, or the I think it's the sorry, not the anti-aliasing. The I think it's like the blending or something, or the upscaling method. I forgot exactly what they call it in other emulators, but we do have the option for FSR, which is quite interesting. I'm using Nearest because I think that if you some of these settings, you'll get these like black lines in between the textures or in between squares, and Nearest usually clears that up, so that's why I leave it on Nearest. Next up, we have the resolution scaling. So as you can see, I'm playing at 4x, so I was just playing Dragon's Crown at 4 times. The filtering, anisotropic, 16x is perfectly fine. And then there's a couple of more settings here. I'm not sure what these are, to be honest. I've heard that the memory mapping method does help with flashing textures, so I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I've just left it at default. So whenever you change these, there should be a button down here, but I'll show you why that's disappearing in just a moment, because I'll talk about that bug, which is only present on the Vita 3K, on the Odin2, sorry. So in system, you can change your enter button, just like like a PS, the Japanese PlayStation or American PlayStation. They have the cross button in different places. You can mess around with that one. Emulator, I generally haven't changed any of these settings except for the performance overlay. So you remember I have that FPS counter in the top right. I've just turned that on just to make sure you guys can see the FPS we're getting. The GUI, I haven't needed to press any of this stuff except for stretch the display area. So stretch the display area, I just want to make sure it's full screen. Network, I generally just keep it signed out just because I don't want to mess around with any PlayStation Network stuff. And then debug, I didn't mess around with anything here. So whenever you do anything on these settings menus, you need to press save, and then you need to press close, and then that will commit your changes. Sometimes it might even ask you to, if you change, especially if you change something in the GPU menu, it's useful to actually exit the emulator and just come back in again and just make sure that it's all good. Now, right, you can see, let me just catch up with the questions a bit. CYN, thanks to Little Games. Okay, so there's a bit of conversation about Switch memory here. Okay, anyway, so I'll come back to Vita 3K. So in Vita 3K, right, you might have noticed I'm missing a big black bar on the bottom, and then you can see that it corresponds exactly to my Android shortcut key, or my Android menu keys, the 3 buttons. And this is something which is super annoying on the Odin2, is that these, whatever you have set here, so if you have the gesture bar set, the line, or you have these 3 bars, it will keep a black area just there. And I don't know how to fix this yet. It's really annoying on the Odin2. I have a workaround for it. And what you can do is you can go to the install firmware, and you can just press it and just pretend you're going to install some firmware, and then press back again and come back to the emulator, and then you can see that it actually filled in the line. If you notice, like, the black bar is gone now, and that's how I've been getting around this issue where you see this black bar, because sometimes it actually appears in the game and you lose a bit of the space in the game. So that's super annoying, but that's if you're using Vita 3K on the Odin2, you might need to do that quite often, because it does come back. If you exit the menu or something, sometimes it comes back, and it's super annoying. It's not coming back now. But this is specific to the Odin2, it's really odd, because if I do this on my if you look at my Pocket Air, right, it never has this menu. It never has the black the black line, and whatever I do in this, it's completely fine. Like I can switch all these options. I can go in and out of the game. It never shows me this the black bar on the bottom, which I just showed you on the Odin2. So you'll need that workaround. You'll need to know about it, just in case you're missing like a little bit of the screen on your game. So that's really helpful, really useful to know when you're playing Vita games on Vita 3K for the Odin. Use gesture? No. Even if you have the gesture bar, you'll have it. It even puts like it puts a smaller line, a smaller black line there, a smaller black box there, but it's still there. So yeah, that's the issue. Oh, okay. I did have gestures on, and I still saw some black lines. So maybe I'll try that again later. Let me try it now then, because I did try it earlier, and then I think it still gave me a black bar. Let me try it if you guys in the chat are saying it does actually fix it. But I don't. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Because I've seen it sometimes I've seen it with the white line there. But yeah, let's give it a, yeah, okay, so I think I just had it. I think I just had some kind of issue there again. Because sometimes even the top oh, there's another toggle. Oh, sorry. Let me just read your message. Oops. Gesture navigation bottom home bar settings off. Okay, that's off, right? Yeah. This one is off. I should toggle this on or off. Oh, okay, okay. So I have it off. Toggle it on. It removes the white strip on the bottom. Okay, okay. Okay. Sorry, IDO care. Yep. Thanks for your comment here. It's a very silly niche. I agree, but yeah, it also gives issues. Okay. Yeah, because okay, so Alex, sometimes I've seen like the black box appear on the top as well. So I like it not only appears on the bottom, but then it also gives me problems up here as well. So I mean, you can do this workaround, or we can wait until it's properly fixed. But there is a I'll probably never see it again in this stream now that I've switched that. But yeah, hopefully I don't get that issue. Yeah, I've seen the menu missing sometimes, and then the black bar on the bottom. So it's the same kind of workaround. But thanks for the tip, because it's kind of annoying. Anyway, let's get into the games. So Dragon's Crown, the first game that we played in this stream on the Pocket Air, also works great. Also at 4X actually works good. So not that much difference between the Odin2 and Pocket Air for that particular game, but I'm sure there's some there will be definitely some cases where the extra horsepower of the Odin2 will help. So let's go into the next game, and you can probably already guess by these comp. So comp means compatibility. It's similar to how E4SX or is it PSCX2 works. They have a little compatibility light, which is kind of cool. And then what you can do, right, is you can use this light to kind of judge how well your game's going to work. ModNation Racer's Road Trip, let's give that a go. Let's give it a go also on the Pocket Air. Let's close Dragon's Crown. Maybe if I now have this game on my real Vita as well. You can't search on the Vita, so that's a bit... I have to find the game manually. Okay, so I don't have it on my Vita. Right, so this game, not sure how it runs on the Odin2, but let's give it a go. So I'm, just before anyone asks, I am running on high performance and then fan on smart, just to make sure everyone is aware of that. So ModNation Races, straight away we're getting a little bit low FPS and some odd flashing textures. I've completely forgotten how you play this game. I've really forgot. Oh, what's this? Oh, this looks like the settings screen. Okay, so let's... Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is the main menu of ModNation Races, apparently. Race, yeah, the quick race. That sounds good. Quick race. Driver assist. No, I don't know. I don't need driver assist. While that's loading, maybe I can start the game on the Pocket Air. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So the Pocket Air is actually, like, did you notice the FPS in the menu just now? Maybe let's just pause. Can I pause this? Okay, so this game doesn't look that playable. How do I drive? I'm getting 10 FPS here. Okay, so I'm just going to pause that, right? But I just want to show you what so the Pocket Air, I've got a full 60 FPS in the menu here. So did you just notice that on the on the Odin2, with the turnip drivers and all that, it couldn't give us a decent FPS, but the Pocket Air is actually really nice in the menus. I mean, obviously it doesn't count for much. Hopefully the game is like that as well. Let's just try starting the game there, and then let's try continue playing this then. How do I? Okay. So I'm getting a really terrible 10 FPS here, and the graphics don't quite look that good. Yeah, this is not playable. Let's just pause it here. So, okay, so here's a problem straight away. We're getting good FPS, right, on the Pocket Air, but as you can see, I've got no bloody track. Like my view distance is terrible, but we are getting like 30 FPS. Probably full speed for this game, because I don't remember it being like a full, like a 60 FPS game. But yeah, I mean, both are unplayable, but in different ways. Yeah. So yeah, both are not playable, but it's really odd. Okay, so if you're a ModNation Races fan, buy a real PlayStation Vita. Let's call it a day for let's call it a day for that one. All right, so let's press the back button here and just quit out of ModNation Races, and then we'll try the next game, which is going to be Super Stardust Delta. Yeah, it's really kind of odd how the performance is so bad here. I don't know if it's the turnip driver or what, but it looks like the Mali GPU has the Pocket Air is better on this one, which is super weird. So let's get out of let's try and get out of this game. How do I get out? Oh, come on. How do I quit this? Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's get this. Okay. Right, so next game, let's try Super Stardust Delta. gonna keep it moving here because I've actually got 25 games loaded on both systems, both the same games. So what Alex was saying is actually pretty good. I think that tip might have at least fixed things. Okay, so we've got an agreement here which we need to accept. Okay, so this is a bit better than ModNation races at least. Yeah, that's pretty funny, that one. How ModNation was broken in so many in different ways for the each console. That's pretty funny. Okay, we got Housemarque's Super Stardust Delta, was it, or Super Stardust Portable? I had this game back in the day, Super Stardust Delta. It was pretty good. I like this game. Okay, so before I get in, okay, maybe I can just show quickly what we're kind of expecting. So it runs okay on the Pocket Air. You can see the minimum FPS is dipping down to 23, and then you can see we've got this like big flashing, like there's some problem with the textures for sure, because we've got this big flashing explosion or this graphical effect, which is not quite right, and this the graphics, although they're running okay, it doesn't look quite right. So let's see if that's fixed in Odin 2. Okay, so already Odin 2, the FPS it looks a bit lower actually. This is a bit odd. But we do have those flashing lights again. I think it's a bit more accurate. Oh, and I think we're probably running at maybe a lower resolution on the Pocket Air. Maybe I can check that in a moment. But yeah, we've got similar issues, I think. Looks like we've got similar issues, like in terms of it's flashing too much. Let me just check what resolution scale I had on this, because that could be affecting it. Actually, I might have turned it down on the Pocket Air. Okay, so on the Pocket Air, I'm running at 3x, so that kind of explains the FPS difference a bit. I think for this game, I might have to go down to 3x on the Odin 2. Yep, sorry about that little inconsistency. Whoops. Let's just try and get here. Yeah, okay. Maybe I can just prep the next game on here. Okay, so I don't think this is going to be super playable, but we'll give it a go. But I am running a bit higher resolution on the Odin 2. That could account for some slowdown. Oh man, what's going on here? Oh, okay. So we got some weird stuttering here. Yeah, this is not playable. Yeah, so I think Stardust Super Stardust Delta not really that playable. It's working and it's getting into the game, and it's looking quite good as well, but doesn't seem that playable to me. Maybe if you really want to play this game and you want to go down to like 1x, maybe, but you know, it's that doesn't look good to me. Okay, so let's just bring it down to 3x just to make sure we've got like parity between the two systems. I was running at 4x on Dragon's Crown because I know that game runs well, so that's why we kind of started it on it. So let's go for Gravity Rush. So there was a person who had a question before about Gravity Rush, and it does run on both consoles, but I think straight away, right? So I thought this was actually correct on the Pocket Air, but it's actually wrong because this intro shouldn't be like bright white. and it's been a long time since I played this game, and I thought it was okay. But yeah, there's some shader problem or there's some graphical problem on the Gravity Rush. Quick question from question from Brian. Okay, so this is a good question. Have you enjoyed emulation on Android, or do you prefer x86 stability and performance wise? Okay, so I think that the x86 handhelds are, obviously they're the most powerful and most compatible. You can play a lot of games with them. I don't like Windows on the handheld. I'd say that. I think Android is better than Windows, obviously, because it was designed from the ground up as like a portable a portable device operating system. I'll say that. If I were to say, I think that Android's good, right? But you need to have it all set up, and that's the real. There's a big, there's a high learning curve, and there's a high can I be bothered to set everything up? Like something like a Daigisha like this, because when everything's set up, I think you're all good, right? So if you really want to spend time on something and you just have one handheld, then I suppose Android is the one that is going to be fine. x86, I feel like it's not built for handhelds at all. And I did hear that was it Phil Spencer or somebody on Xbox or somebody on Windows team? They're working on like a more handheld friendly interface, and like I'm curious to see what that is actually, because if they can sort that out, then I'll be a lot more happier with the Windows experience or the x86 experience for sure. So out of the two right now, x86 versus Android, I find myself liking Android more and playing Androids more than my x86 handheld. Also, I have quite a good PC as well, so I end up playing PC games sitting out on my PC. So the x86 handheld doesn't make a lot of sense for me personally. Something that maybe you didn't mention in your question was Linux handhelds, and I think that Linux handhelds are actually better in terms of usability, and just like the ease of getting everything going is really cool. I do like how easy Linux handhelds are, which is there's a lot of choice out there, and it's actually I mean, that's one of the reasons why I started making more videos about this, actually, because I feel like there's not much beginner content for this kind of scene. Atelier has that issue on Pocket Air as well. Okay, yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of Vita games with issues, because it's a really young emulator and we're just starting. Okay, one more question. I tried the Vita. Oh, Daylight Silence. Yeah. I was just saying earlier, right? It looks like they've just transplanted the Windows. They've just transplanted the Windows interface into the Android version. They didn't really think about how it's going to work on a touchscreen. Yep. So we've got rave time on the AYANEO Pocket Air. So the Mali GPU is totally it does not like it was not meant to run Gravity Rush, and we got some party time textures or some flashing here. The Odin2 is faring a bit better. It's saying FPS 27, but I feel like we're getting 30 FPS. We're getting full speed here, and actually looks pretty damn good. I'm quite surprised actually, because earlier I did have some one or two flashing textures, but not like the Pocket Air like this, where we have full on disco fever. Yeah, so we got some good. Let's just line things up a bit. Yep. So this looks great. This looks really good. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but it looks Can she jump around yet? No, she can't do the gravity moves. Where the hell am I going? Yeah, so obviously Pocket Air is not, it's unplayable on Pocket Air right now. Oh, she's got amnesia. Okay. Yeah, so if you've never played Gravity Rush before, all the PS4, was it PS4 or PS5 remaster, then the Odin 2 might be a good option. Oh god, they're going to do this. Okay, let's just try and skip the... Follow the mysterious man. Why are they speaking like Russian? Okay, so we've got a couple of FPS dips here, but it's compiling some shaders, but still okay. Still okay. I'm just going to turn off that Pocket Air because it's going to... I don't want it to kill my battery. I mean, the FPS is good on this, but it's obviously not playable. Okay. Let's just stop the rave so it doesn't kill the battery. So we're on 3x resolution as a reminder. Okay, we've got a little bit of slowdown here. Yeah, it's coming down a bit. There's a lot of people on the screen, so I guess that's why it's going down. Okay, I think maybe if we went down to like 2x or something, this could be a bit like fix the FPS a bit. Oh, I completely forgotten how to play this game. Yeah, it could be. I mean, I'm just sticking out 3x because I thought that the Odin 2 could really handle it. But the thing is, I think in Vita 3K you might need to restart. Oh, my buttons are all swapped around. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it here for Gravity Rush. So I think that this game if you let's just try and knock it down and see. Whoa, see how it behaves. But if it doesn't get better, then we'll just leave it. Yeah, you see here, right? When I change the native resolution or the resolution upscaling, it says 7 reboot, so I'd need to come back to get that going. Yeah, I think that this is like almost there. Like if you, I don't know, if you knock down the resolution a bit, I think this is playable. You'll be able to get through it. Okay, whoops. So let's move on to the next game. Let's just quit this. Yeah, let's move on to the next one because we've got quite a lot to get through. Okay, WipEout 2048. Let's see if this one works. Okay, so we got our first like big crash on the Pocket Air. Couldn't even load the FMV movie. On the Odin, looks a bit weird. I mean, it works. It's not stuttering, but the playback looks a bit odd, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, whoa, this looks pretty good. The menu's working well. Let's see if we can get in game. So yeah, the Pocket Air was a fail. Didn't even get into the menus or the FMV, the opening movie. Okay, so this one, oh, we're at 3x. Are we at 1x or maybe I completely forgot. How am I? Okay, so yeah, whoa, this is pretty good. Okay, so like Gravity Rush, I think this one is almost there. This one is almost there. The graphics look very good on this. So bear in mind that on Vita it was 30 FPS. Seems to work better if you're like zoomed out. Yeah, if they just tweak this a little bit, I think this will be really good. So I'll have to tell my story about one of the first PlayStation 1 games I ever played was WipEout 1. But this is looking not bad at all. So like Gravity Rush, if we just maybe tweak the resolution a bit, I think we should be good. Bring down the detail a bit, I think it'll be okay. Because there's just glimpses of this where it's perfect. Okay, so sorry, I'm not really talking much because I'm concentrating on the track. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I really enjoyed that. So WipEout, is it 2048? This is pretty good on the Odin 2. Can I try it on again? Okay, yeah, I will try because I had I mean, even though it was dipping down to like 15 FPS now and again, I think that this one is almost there. Let's give it another go on the on a native. So certainly a better showing than the Pocket Air. So I was at 3 times there, so that's pushing it a bit too much. Let's just try it at 1x and see. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a restart just to make sure. I'll maybe clear everything as well. Just check the configuration again just to make sure it took. Okay, so 1, then 16 times. Let's see how we get on with this. So I was really surprised that worked so well actually, because I tried it on Pocket Air before and yeah, it's just obviously didn't do anything. Oh, even the save game worked okay. Okay, so we've got some shader stuttering. The FPS does seem a bit better, I think. Yeah, we've got some. Maybe when I get into the second lap, it's going to be a bit more smoother because I think we're still getting some shaders being compiled, which causes some stutter. So yeah, it's almost there, this game. It's just because I think there's not many. I don't see any graphical issues comparing my time with the original. Apart from the FPS, I think that this game is almost there. Okay. Yeah, it's not. I can feel it's not running at full speed, but it's not bad. Not bad. I think if they just work on it a little bit, then this will be perfect. That's pretty good showing on the Odin 2 actually. Okay, let's move on to the next game. WipEout 2048. So the big game, Uncharted Golden Abyss. Uncharted Golden Abyss. Okay, so I think the the Pocket Air might have crashed. The Pocket Air might have crashed trying to load Uncharted. We do have a menu screen on the Odin 2, but it's at 11 FPS and there's some odd texture in the top. Let's try to let's try to get into the game. So we have this flashing top left area, which is not not going away, but we do have the intro is it's working. It's working. There's Nathan Drake.
Dante. I got a report that shots were fired by the river. It was nothing. I'm telling you it was Drake. You tell your men to up their game or there's gonna be a lot less of them around.
Still nothing on the Pocket Air, so I think that one's a fail over there.
Son of a bitch. I'll see you in hell.
Oh, is his face flashing? No. Tap Drake's journal. Okay, I don't care about Drake's journal. Alright, so we've got 13 FPS. Oh, no. Okay, he's running. He's running at 30 FPS now. Whoa. Okay. Okay, you know what? This... Oh, I don't need to know that. Okay, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. So we're running at 1x. We've just gone down to 1x just to improve the speed a bit. But Nathan, just taking the first of all, yeah. I mean, if I just face down here, I would get full speed, right? But Nathan Drake is actually surprising me here. He's did I just? Oh no. Okay, where am I going? Get up, yeah, get up there. Yeah, no, get up. Get up, Nathan. That's the... Yeah, okay. Oh, come on. Yeah. Right, so where are we going? Come on. Oh, follow the golden... Yeah, follow the golden path. So, whoa, I think that this game is not really playable. There's too many graphical issues. But yeah, you can see that this is actually working. Like it's got a ways to go, but it does actually work. Yeah, we are at 1x, just as a reminder. I did go down. Let's see if I can make this jump. I think the colors look wrong on this. I think there's like a shader missing or something, because it looks really dark. So I think that there's something not right on the graphics as well in that respect, because it doesn't look too. I don't know, man. There's something that doesn't look right. It was a long time since I played this game. This was the first game I bought for my PS Vita, and I remember I was in. I remember I played the shit out of this game. I think it was a Christmas, and I was by myself or something, and I didn't. I just got my PS Vita, and I just platinumed this game. Okay, I'm not going to be able to kill these guys with 15 FPS. It's too. That's going to be too hard. Or maybe I can just kill this guy. Yeah, I just kill this guy. Okay, so we'll leave it there for Uncharted. Yeah, there's something not quite right with the colors or with the shaders. Something's missing. But I do agree with what Benedict said in the chat. It is quite impressive to see how far we've come with a Vita emulator. Let's move on to the next game. We've got a lot to get through. So next game is Uncharted Fight for Fortune. So the you might not have heard this game before. This was the Uncharted card game. Let me just turn this off. Let's see if this works on the AYANEO Pocket Air. Oh, I think the Pocket Air's gone. Okay, let's see how far this gets. Blame it on the gear. Yeah, I'm always blaming it on the gear. Okay, looks like we have a possible fail here. Oh, that's a bit weird. Okay, so the Pocket Air got to the game quicker, even though we started it afterwards. But we have this weird, probably like some kind of shader issue, I guess. Let's try quick fight. Wow. Okay, so this game looks like it works okay on the Pocket Air, but on the Odin it's not loading, which is a bit odd. Oh yeah, so I think this game's not playable because there's some kind of font issue here where the text of the card's not appearing correctly. So that's a bit of a shame because the rest of it looks all right, I'd say. How the hell do I do this? Do I do that? Oh, there's some kind of a touch issue as well. I can't drag and drop. So that's probably another problem. Okay, yeah, Uncharted Fight for Fortune is a failure in two different ways, looks like. So on AYANEO Pocket Air, we can't read the cards and we can't do the drag and drop gesture. So let's move on to the next game. Freedom Wars. Okay, Odin2, it's just a fail. I don't know what happened here. Maybe if you restarted it would work, but yeah, it looks like a fail. Freedom Wars. Oh, let me just go back to. Okay, we're still at 1x on the Odin 2. Maybe let's just go bump it up to 2x. Okay. Freedom Wars. Okay, so Freedom Wars on the Pocket Air looks to have loaded. Okay. Let's try to start again. I think I may have started this before. Dimps. Did it say pimps or dimps? Dimps. Okay, so we have some keyboard entry here for the next. Okay, so it looks like the character generation works okay on Pocket Air. Let's see the Odin2. This is Freedom Wars for the PS Vita. So I think I've got the. You remember, Alex? I was talking about the top of the screen missing. I think I've got that bug here. You can see you can see the top of the screen's missing because I've got you know, the FPS counter. It's just the black. There's like a black bar touching the FPS counter, whereas on the Pocket Air you can see like a bit more of the that blue stuff. Oh, hello. Hi, Ford and X. This is perfect. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so I'm glad to be of help. Thanks for your kind comment, and I hope that you can stick around and check out some beta game testing. We've already gone through quite a few games, so if you missed a bit already, then just go ahead. I will put up some timestamps so you can jump around later on if you don't have time to watch live right now. So don't worry. Yeah. So Alex, here's the bug. Here's the black bar bug. Okay, I'm just gonna go through this character creation stuff and just skip it. What am I doing? I think there's something I'm missing here, right? Okay, yeah. Because there's no like bar on the top, I can't see what's going on. Okay, let's choose the Panopticon to swear allegiance to. Let's find oh, London. Okay, London is. Just going through the character creation on the Pocket Air as well. I think they're both running pretty similar to each other, to be honest. So I think here we don't have much difference. Although the Pocket Air is running at 3x, I believe, and then we have the Odin 2 on 2x. Just give me a second. Thanks, Brian, for joining. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and thanks for coming back. So this black bar, I know how to fix this. So it's a case of sort of going in and out of the menus, but just for the sake of keeping this stream moving, I'm not going to try it because I don't want to accidentally, you know, stop the game. But it looks like we're getting some FPS drops here. What's going on here? Oh god. Okay, so this game looks a bit, again, looks good, but like in terms of graphical issues, there's very few of them, but I don't know what's going on here. The FPS is all over the place. If I look at the wall, right, I'm all right. But yeah, this is a bit ropey as well. Yeah. Let's just see what the how the Pocket Air is doing. It's weird, right? Because it looks like the Mali GPU or the Pocket Air is good, except we got this like white line here on this one. Can we just skip this stuff? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, look at this. So Pocket Air, Mali GPU, Dimensity 1200 looks good. This is wow, it's way better on Pocket Air. This one not so good. Okay, so where am I going? I've got no idea. Okay, let's go towards that red dot, because that's going to be something, isn't it? So this is an Odin stream, so I'm going to keep playing it on the Odin2. Okay, so I've got no idea what I'm doing, but I hope that gives you an idea of what Freedom Wars is like on Odin2. Okay, I've not played that game at all, so I don't know what it's like. I think it's a Monster Hunter clone, right? Okay, so Soul Sacrifice Delta. Yeah, I don't think it's a RAM issue. I think it's just like it's not working. They need to optimize things. Here's my settings, right? I was at 2x resolution. I was at 16 times filtering, using the turnip driver. Not sure what I'm completely doing wrong here. If I am doing anything wrong, please let me know. Because you know, obviously, I want the Odin2 to be at least as good as the Pocket Air. But at the moment, we've got a couple of things which are not quite working. Wesley, I will try that because you know, Vita 3K is definitely a really new emulator, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was something as simple as just opening it up and then closing it again and then making sure that it cleared itself out. Okay, let's try the next game, Soul Sacrifice Delta. Well, it looks like on our Pocket Air, okay, we've got some more flashing textures and stuff, so I think that this game generally, you know, doesn't look too playable or as playable as some of the other games that we tried today. Let's go to, again, let's try and restart it, so just make sure everything's cleaned up. We'll try the next game. Oops. That was just Soul Sacrifice Delta. Okay, again, we got ropey FPS, so we're at 2 times resolution. 10 FPS. It's not good. We've got some graphical error already on this. You can't play within turnip, or do you need to? So you can play without turnip. There is, you know, you can use the Qualcomm drivers if you want. That might be an idea. That might be worth trying. If there's a specific game that you wanna play. Yep, not the best showing. It's going to be definitely experimental. This emulator. I know we started with a banger with Dragon's Crown because that was nice, and I did tell you back then it was going to be all downhill from there. Wow, so Pocket Air is doing a bit better on some of these other games. Oh, I thought this was a graphical error, but maybe it's not if it's appearing on both. What is the native original? I think it's 540p. I think it's 960 by 540p. Oh, it's some guy getting killed. Right, so Soul Sacrifice is just weird. The menus are all in like first person, so he's stuck in this like jail or something where people are getting killed. On the Odin2, looks like we. Or can we skip this? Yep. Okay, so on the. Yeah, you can see here on the Pocket Air we got maybe slightly better FPS, but the model of the character is completely messed up. And also the area is also, like, the environment is also all messed up, besides all the skulls and stuff. Oops. Okay, let's try this on Pocket Air. So I've already seen this actually, and I know that it's not that. It's all messed up. Yeah, check this out. So yeah, you can see on Pocket Air, it doesn't know how the hell to render the person's hand, and that's what comes out. So yeah, so we've got a problem with that. Whereas Odin2, everything looks okay, but the FPS is only like 10 FPS. Like the accuracy of it looks much better on the Odin2, but oh, okay, now we're in game, 30 FPS. This looks good. Okay, so menus were a bit of a write-off, but this is actually okay. This part, this looks like the actual game as well. Oh yeah, okay, right. So here we are. Let's do some spellcasting. Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm locking onto, but I'm doing something here.
Stay focused. Good. Our work here is done. You are not injured, I trust.
How responsive is the touchscreen on Odin compared to Vita? I think the Odin touchscreen is very good. It's good. Had no issues with any touchscreen. Like if you need to do something accurate on it, I think it's fine. The Vita is quite an old. Whoa, the Vita is quite an old one, so maybe that's not the best comparison. Because I think the Vita is quite. Yeah, it's a good what. 8 years old now, something like that. So I think it's probably going to be much better.
The price must be paid. No choice. Behold the black rite.
Oh, he just melted himself. Okay, EN32, thank you very much. Oh, is the Vita 12 years old? I thought it was 8. Wow, I thought it was 2015. Man, 12 years ago. Wow, I was playing Uncharted Golden Abyss by myself at Christmas. Okay, so I think that Soul Sacrifice on Odin 2 like definitely looks more accurate than than the than the Pocket Air effort. So right, I was gonna try and get through all 25 of these games, but I think I've run out of time now. I was able to get through what 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Okay, so I was able to get through a nice range of games plus Dragon's Crown. So I'm gonna have to leave it there on the stream. So I hope you enjoyed this Vita specific test. I've got tons more games here. They were mostly indies actually, because towards the end of the Vita's life, it was like mostly indie games. But yeah, it was the Vita has a place in my nostalgic gaming history. A good place. I really enjoyed it. I agree completely with what you just said. Daylight Silence. I think that the Vita was like, and the PSP were like really great systems, and I don't know why. I don't know what they were thinking in the direction. You know, the to not make a new PSP, because I think that's a bit of a. I think it's a missed opportunity. They just gave the market to Nintendo, which was, yeah. And then obviously Switch comes out, Steam Deck comes out, and then they don't even have anything, which is it's just yeah. I don't know why they did that. Okay, Mehdi Fahas, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but thanks very much for your kind words, and I thank you for your support. Benedict, thank you very much. I've seen you before on the stream, so thanks very much for joining and supporting as well. If you're new to the channel, please give me a subscription or fire over a like. It's great. Great to have your support, and I'm trying to build the channel up a bit more by doing more regular streams and more videos. So yeah, your support really helps me out. Is there any more questions here? I can't believe I got the Vita date wrong. I thought it was 2015. It's actually 2011. That's quite crazy. That's crazy. Okay, the black book. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just reading the chat here. I always saw review. Street Fighter X Tekken. Sorry, Daylight Silence. I'm just reading your comments before, which I just missed. Street Fighter X Tekken does work actually, and it works okay. I'm thinking about doing another stream just to clear up those other games, because we only got through maybe like a third of these games, and it's quite fun playing Vita games. I really like the Vita system, even though like maybe it wasn't the most popular console in the world. Okay. Yeah, I did. So there were some comments before. I did find it weird how the Pocket Air is good, is better than the Odin2 sometimes in terms of performance, which is really odd. But yeah, that's some strange observations here. Okay, and so I think that's about it. So we'll just we'll just leave it here. We'll just leave Hotline Miami 2 on. So Hotline Miami 1 doesn't work too well, I think. I think it doesn't work at all, actually, on this emulator. That's why I have the second one. Okay, I'm just going to hang out and chat for the remainder, and then we'll close with the stream. So, again, thanks very much for spending your time with me, your evening, your morning, your afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll just hang out in the chat for the next couple of minutes just to clear up any questions, maybe in Discord or in this stream. Thank you. Okay, Benedict with a late question here. Okay, Benedict, so on the PS2 games, I have been playing a bit more on my daily commute to work, and I'm happy to tell you that PS2 games work really well. There's obviously like a handful which don't work, but the PS2 library is so big, hopefully like those specific games weren't your favorites, but the vast majority of the PS2 games, you can just set it to 3 times or 4 times resolution, and then you'll be on your way, with full speed. So it's pretty much pretty good. No worries all. I'm just in the chat. Okay guys, here's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. If you're still sitting here, this is the end. Bye now.